Hello everyone, you are watching the Right Way Out podcast and this is our 4th episode. I'm your host, Edward Malupenga, and tonight I'm joined by my 2 special guests. I'm just going to give them a short time for them just to introduce themselves. We'll start with the sir here.
Hello, everybody. My name is IZREAL Joel Mwandwe.
Right.
I'm a student at Rockview University. I'm in my 2nd year. I'm studying a bachelor's degree in ICT Pure. And I'm Mr. Rockview 2026, the first prince. And I'm excited to be here. I can't wait to. I have a feeling that something is just going to, come out of this. And
Bravo,
yeah.
bravo. All right, and our sir here.
Hello everyone, my name is SAYAMA, also at Rockview University, pursuing Bachelor's of ICT Pure. Thank you.
That's good. Okay, so let us now dive into the main theme or the main topic of tonight. So tonight we'll be talking about the pressure to be rich. Not that kind of a good pressure, no, but that pressure where one is pretending to look like they are rich. And in the real world, they are not actually rich. Okay? So many students are no longer competing to succeed. Instead, they are competing to look successful, right? The pressure to appear rich can make students forget their real purpose. Some students borrow money to maintain an image. Some compare their lives with others, right? Some make risks decisions because they feel they are left behind. A student can have nothing but peace, discipline, and a plan, right? Then social media pressure makes them believe that they are failing or their life is completely left behind. So imagine a student enters university. They have a simple life, of course. They are focusing on their classes. They are saving money. They know why they are here or what they came here to do, right? And now they open social media and then they see people posting good pictures. They are posting highlights about themselves, counting money, putting on good clothes, right? And now this student, because maybe they know each other, this student begin to feel that pressure as well to look like them, okay? They begin to compare themselves. As a result, this student begins to borrow money so that they can maintain an image. This student begin to borrow money so that they can look rich at the end of the day. And this becomes very bad at the end of the day. So guys, what do you think about the scenario which I'm trying to narrate to our viewers?
So, by the way, thank you very much.
Right.
For this scenario, it's a very practical scenario.
Right.
What you've just given us as the main theme is what usually happens in our everyday life.
Right.
Especially for people who come from places where they find everything here new.
Right.
I'll give an example of people who come from, let's say, the village.
Right.
Coming here, maybe in a place like this one, let me say Lusaka or any town. You know, Lusaka is full of places that can amaze someone. I come here, simply look at how people enjoy their life.
Right.
And I think of how I used to enjoy my life back when I was home.
Right.
It's different, yeah? Very different.
Very different.
I would want to force myself, if I see that pressure, I would want to force myself and want to interact with that community and become part.
So that you can fit in.
I fit in that community.
Right.
And that's where the pressure comes in. The pressure comes in, and if you're not strong mentally, it becomes a disgrace.
Right. Yeah. Right. Thank you so much, sir, for that one. How about you, sir? What do you think about the scenario which I've given?
yeah, that's like my brother Aaron said. That's a very practical example.
Right.
Because everybody's coming from different places.
Right.
And the thing that's causing people to want to look like that are successful rather instead of being successful.
Right.
In short, this scenario you've given us is showing us a person who is pursuing to appear to be successful,
Right.
rather than becoming successful. So
Right.
let's just define what success is.
Right. Yes, sir.
When you called me this morning, you told me I'm supposed to come for the podcast, and you told
Right.
me that title. I started thinking about it, and I researched, and I found out to say, in many books,
Right.
the term success simply means a level of stability, something that you acquire when it starts working. It's in a progress. Then when it starts stabilizing, now
Right.
it becomes success.
Right.
Right. Africans have been so dormant in terms of intellectualness.
Right.
They feel like someone must be looking in a certain way to become successful.
Right.
Let me give you a practical example. The richest man to ever walk on earth, Elon Musk,
Right.
the first trillionaire. If you look at these pictures, he's always simple. But it's with us. You know what I'm trying to talk
Right,
about.
yeah,
What
yeah.
am I trying to say? I come from home, I come to school.
Right.
In my mind, I'm going to university, and I start seeing all this luxurious stuff.
Right.
That's going to cause me to want and get that.
Right.
Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to be left out. FOMO, the fear of being left out.
Right. Right.
Right. So that's what's building that pressure. I feel like the environment that someone finds, these new
Right.
things, like my brother said, that's what's making someone to feel.
Right. Right.
So, but the root cause, I would say, is because of lack of understanding.
Right.
I feel like
Right.
that's just a shallow.
In addition to that,
Right.
like, thank you. He has raised a very important point on that one. If you try to notice, or even around our campus, or even outside campus,
Right.
majority of the people who seem to look as if they are doing fine
Right.
are the people who are actually not doing okay.
Right.
Why? Because of the same pressure that we're talking about.
Right. Right.
They try to impersonate themselves, some kind of character that they are not.
That they are
on.
not.
Yes.
Right.
Like, I would give an example
Right.
of how people, or students rather, really want to have things like gadgets,
Right. Right.
expensive gadgets for that matter. The look, physical appearance, which comes with clothes,
Right.
shoes, anything, a lot to mention. With that pressure, it can easily make a person who comes from a place where they had nothing of that, nothing compared to what I've mentioned here.
Right.
They literally have nothing where
Right.
they come from.
Right.
They come here, they see it, they would really want to force themselves to take part of that community and
Right.
have what they can't afford.
Right.
This can easily cause someone to start thinking of theft.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Someone can easily steal.
Yes. So that they can
Because-
begin to look good.
True. I would steal, then I would force myself to steal something.
Right.
I would steal money. I get some money from I would borrow money from someone. I steal it from someone just for me to build a fake lifestyle.
Right.
You know? I build a fake lifestyle. At the end of the day, it ends up sour.
Right.
And it will be another story.
Right.
I come here for school, educational purposes, yeah? But you would find, because of the people that I found here, my intentions change.
Right.
They're the same people that you would find, they come to school for education, they find themselves doing some other businesses that they are not supposed to do. Selling drugs.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Because you want the money, you want to look good,
Right.
you want the gadget, you
Right.
want these expensive MacBooks, iPhones.
Right.
You see how social media is right
Yeah,
now, talking about
yeah.
these expensive things. We have iPhone 17s, Samsung, what? Mention it, a lot to mention.
Right.
So that pressure can easily come into us if we are not careful.
Right.
And if we are very weak
Right.
in our mindset.
Well, that's very nice. And just to balance it up, you have many of the points that you guys have raised. Mostly they are hitting the guys, but I would also want it to balance it up with ladies. You know, ladies also can go through the pressure to be rich as well.
True.
You know, for example, here is a girl maybe who has come from the village, right?
True.
Then you come here, the same thing whereby you see people have got big gadgets, they're using my MacBooks, they're using iPhones, right? Now, because of that pressure, you don't even know where they're coming from, right? You don't even know how they worked for them to get where they are, to get whatever that they are using, okay? Now, because of that pressure, a girl can find themselves having sugar daddies.
True.
Right? A girl can be fine.
Sugar daddies.
You see? You see?
You know,
Yeah.
it can become funny, but at the same time, it's a very deadly situation.
Right.
Because these are things that we see almost every day.
Right.
Every day.
Right.
Look around. If you want, just take a walk, go somewhere near campus.
Right.
Look at how people have parked their cars. Older people, by the way. Especially on weekends. We see how cars are parked outside there, chilling with young ladies, you know, young women. And it's so hurting to find that these same ladies who come from families which do okay, I wouldn't say not doing okay,
Right.
but that's the fact.
Yeah, that's the fact.
That's the fact. We're not coming from families which are doing very okay.
Right.
And you would see the same lady or girl who is trying to do the same thing, forcing herself because she has seen her fellow friends or colleagues having the same gadgets that we're talking about.
Right.
My friend has an iPhone. Oh my! You don't even know how they managed to get that same iPhone.
Right.
You don't even know. So you would want to know. You would want to force yourself.
So that you can look like them. So that you
Look
can
like them. Put yourself there. But you see?
Yeah.
It's so heartbreaking that young women get into such activities for the sake of money. you know.
Right.
So heartbreaking because we as youths, we have a very big future that is ahead of us, you know.
Right.
It's very huge, such that this life that we're living in now, we can't do anything if we don't have the knowledge and we don't have the money. And it depends how we get the knowledge and how we have that money.
Yes.
So if we don't educate ourselves with how we can acquire clean things, then everything ends up sour.
Right. All right, guys, you are watching the Right Way Out podcast. So before we take a break, I want to mention this, okay? You see, there is no gaining without going through pain. There is no there is no getting the sweet without you sweating. Okay? So let us not look for a life that comes on the silver plate. Okay? Let us work hard for ourselves and get the money in a right way, not in a wrong way of doing other things, maybe selling drugs, maybe doing prostitution, in order for you to look like you are rich, but you are not actually rich. You know, there are a lot of disadvantages that are into this, and we are going to talk about them after a break. For now, we take a break. Welcome back. You are watching the Right Way Out podcast, and I'm joined by my two special guests. We have Israel and we also have Aaron here. Okay, so we quickly move on to the disadvantages or the outcomes if one is having the pressure to be rich, and yet in the real world, they're not actually rich. Or if one is pretending to look successful, and yet they're not actually successful. So guys, who wants to go first? What are the outcomes? What are the disadvantages?
Okay. I think I'll go on that one.
Right.
I don't really share this story with a lot of people, so this is going to be my first time to take it out there.
Right.
Yeah, but I had the same challenge. Right. I used to do that a lot. Like I said, I don't really like sharing this because people find it hard to believe. Some of them feel like I'm just doing it for the sake of. But I come from a place whereby there's this term we use with my manager, Lama. We say the trenches. I come from the ghetto.
Right.
So, but despite coming from those places, it's a very short story, don't worry.
Right.
As I was growing up, despite living in a very humble beginning, in a very humble place rather,
Right.
mom still made sure that I attended the best schools, that I wished to watch cartoon.
Right.
At some time, due to connections, mom took me to a certain school.
Right.
It's Great North Road Academy.
Right.
We all know that school is
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah.
So mom had some deals. She managed to take me there. And me I was coming from Lilanda. Coming from Lilanda, going to a school like Great North Road, it was something new for me.
Right.
Because I used to hear about iPhones, but I actually saw those things with my. So it started happening to me. At first, I was okay, and mom actually told me to say, where you're going to school, you are going to feel the feeling of wanting to become like them. But remember where you're coming from. Just keep studying. But obviously, it didn't get to me. Right. Fast forward, I remember there was this party. And that's when I got to saw how people live, the types of cars I came with the bus.
Right.
So that made me to start faking. Do you know what I did?
Right.
Mom used to give me a 10 kwacha for breakfast every day at school. I stopped eating. The question you've asked me is, what are the disadvantages of faking?
What are the outcomes?
I feel like the outcomes, I feel like I'm more placed because it has happened to me before. Number one, it puts you out of your comfort zone. Why do I mean by out of your comfort zone? You start doing some things that you're not necessarily supposed to do. You start, instead of buying some things for yourself, you start keeping money to buy some other things to impress people. That's an outcome number one. Outcome number two, it changes your character completely.
Right.
When you just start faking, you automatically become someone else. I became someone that I couldn't recognize. I started talking in a different way.
Right.
I used to have this really bad accent. There's some that I got from it, but
Okay.
because Wanzanga was coming to Sonika and Nyumba because it's Spanish. And mom thought I loved school, but no. She's like, no. I remember, and I still remember there's this girl who had really made me upset. You know what I thought? I was like, I beat you. Instead of telling her I'll beat you, so people started calling me I all of a sudden.
Oh.
And then I started switching because of my name. But anyway,
Right.
Yeah, so it had made me to become someone else. And for the sake of just to make it short, the most important part is that it's a sin.
Right.
Right? It's a sin. The same way I
faking.
feel the same way I feel about someone who bleached. That's the same.
Jaribu.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying anything about Lombe, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So it's the same thing. Why? Because you're in a state and you're trying to force. So you're trying to get those things. It's like trying to add something on another thing.
Right.
So it becomes automatically a sin. It's like saying, you know what, God, I don't care about your time. I'm just going to do what I want to do. And
yeah.
So yeah, those I feel like they're a lot. Trust me.
Right.
Those are the few that I can echo.
No, that's actually a powerful outcomes which you have raised, right?
Just don't tell anyone.
It's on the camera.
Just cut that part out.
It'll help someone out there. It'll help someone there. So, sir, how about you? What do you think are the outcomes and the disadvantages of faking?
All right, just putting it like in addition of what my brother has said.
Right.
I think he has said it all because his practical example has really hit the nail.
Right. Yes.
So I think we have a lot of disadvantages. Right. A lot of them, but I'll just mention one because of time. Right. I think one of the major ones can be financial freedom. I think one of the major ones can be financial freedom. Why financial freedom? Because you know how students are, wanting to be faking a lifestyle, but we don't have the money. You see, we don't have the money.
Right.
That's the thing where, personally, I give loans, and students come to me with the pressure of wanting the money because they've used their tuition fees? Maybe they don't have groceries because they've used the money trying to build a lifestyle that they're not even on the particular position in life on.
Right.
You see, so that pressure can be very intense, you know, such that you won't be free with the money that you have. You won't be free. You have less money to spend on important things.
Right.
And a lot of money will be spent on things that are not even necessary.
You know, for that one, I've experienced it as well.
You know, I've seen a friend who has been in such kind of a situation which you have talked about, where maybe you have used tuition fee, you have used the money for groceries, maybe to buy clothes so that tumonekere fe ku bantu that wali kwa tempia but nishtawa kwa tempia. So this guy now uses the money that the parents have sent for tuition fees. He has used it to buy clothes, right? And then now he's forced to go and Kongola. A Kongola again food akango kubweza wampoka na laptop. So the guy that I'm talking about, even now, he doesn't have a laptop.
He lost out.
That's how he lost his money.
Just to impress
Very
people.
sad reality.
Yeah, so that people can see you that wali kwa tempia, but shtawa kwa tempia. And just to add on the disadvantages, I would want to mention this. Sometimes ngati nduokata again. You have that pressure to be rich, and then nduokata you can start stealing. You can start stealing now.
Yeah.
People are sleeping now, or maybe your friends. That time where you're supposed to study, you're moving up and down. Then when you get that money, you maybe you get the things that you have stolen, you sell them so that you can buy clothes, so that people can see that you have money or you are rich. And then to girls, some of the disadvantages, you can get utuswende, you can get STIs.
Mr. Edward.
Right.
I think I'm going to use this platform as a way of sharing out this story. Do you know what happened?
Right.
It happened 2 weeks ago. There's this female friend of mine, right, that I usually talk to.
Right.
So she has a friend, like a roommate. The boarding house can only accommodate 2 people. And the friend that she has, she's into, that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like she's in the clubs and whatever.
A body, so to say.
Exactly, a body. I know that body. My mama.
Oh, hey, my mama.
My body's my mama.
Yeah. So this mama, she has the tendency of bringing different cars, these big cars. So one day she wakes up and tells the friend to say, you know what? Around 15, I don't want you to be around. Someone is coming over to see me. All right.
Damn.
So she goes like, okay, I'll be out. So the friend sees it's 14:30, tells the friend, you need to go. The man is coming anyway.
Right.
Has to be today, like in my room. Like, So the girl goes out. So she reaches Pakona Paria, and then Marisha Fedes, the guy the man comes early. You're supposed to come at 15, he comes 14, 50 something.
Right.
So she reaches where she goes, and she comes back. She realizes that she left her charger. So she's rushing back at the beach. As she's rushing at the beach, she notices that there's a familiar car parked by the yard of the house.
Serious?
Yeah, and you see, she's a very clever girl, so she knows the number plate, and she's like, at home we have a car like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she goes there, as she was telling me. So as she's rushing there, she's praying to say, it shouldn't be what she thinks. Brother, she went in there and she knocked at the door, very calm and composed. The girl said, no, he's around. He's like, no, I just want to say hi. And because his friend, I'll come and say hi. She walks in the room.
Finds
it's the dad.
Father.
Yeah, this happened at Rockview. This is a true story. I can't make this up. So you see, all that is because the same girl in that house is trying to look like she even reached the level of sleeping with the father of the friend.
The roommate.
So imagine if you wanting to impress people.
Shit.
Yeah,
You end up now sleeping with your.
I just wanted
your
that happened at Rockview, by the way. That's a true story.
Wow. Anyway, and just
serious,
to add on again on the disadvantages, what I said, it is truly real. Okay, we see big cars parked here. Your father is somewhere working, making money. Can't your father is here. We see that, but we don't talk more about that one. Okay. So the other disadvantage is one can begin to sell drugs.
Yeah.
Because drugs, they bring more money and fast money.
Fast money.
Yeah. So, and again, that it's an illegal business. Once you're caught, you're gone. You can end up losing your profession.
Yeah.
You won't maybe finish what you came here to do. So, guys, let us reduce that pressure. So before we get to the other part or the last part of the podcast, let us take another break. Then we are going to talk about the practical steps on how one can free from the pressure of wanting to be rich. For now, we take a break.
This is the life we live behind school. Everybody got a choice, everybody got a rule. Some go left, some go right. bright. We're shining through the dark, trying to find the light, the right way out. That's the vision, that's the route, helping young people rise, giving hope when it's dark. The right way out. Yeah, we're speaking from the heart, building leaders, building futures, helping young people start. The right way out. The right way out.
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching the Right Way Out podcast, and we are about to conclude the topic for tonight. So before I let go of my guest, I want them to provide the practical tips on how one can be free from the pressure to be rich. So who wants to go first, guys?
I think I'll steal this one. I'll jump in first.
Right.
Yeah, like I shared in the very beginning to say I was in the same situation. Now one might ask, what happened?
Yeah, what
Right?
happened?
Like-
yes.
And of course, it had anger. Yeah, but it's not pretense, right?
Right.
The one of the practical ways that one can get what he wants to have, right, without,
Pretending.
without pretending is number one, accumulate the business, right?
Powerful.
Like I mentioned in the very beginning.
Right.
Like I mentioned in the very beginning, I'm the first prince at my school. At
Right.
university, I'm a model, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I keep telling my people to say. As a model, you're not just supposed to dress well. You're supposed to make sure you're dressing well legally. You need to earn that money.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So allow me to just take this opportunity and show you guys
Okay.
where, yeah. So this, when I talked about entrepreneurship, I meant starting up something that can give you money. At university, people obviously
Legal
wants
money.
to, legal money. People wants to look nice, right?
Right.
So I'm taking that thing as to my advantage. The fact that people wants to look nice, what do I do? Let me bring a nice thing for them. These are Dr. Martens. The original price goes at 1,300, but I'm cheap. I'm going at 7.
Can we see what's inside, sir?
Okay,
I think
let
we
me
can
just
check.
let me
Okay.
just show you. All right. So this you can. This is real, right? This is cooked rubber.
Right.
So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is you need to find something that gives you money so that you can get what you want to do. Like for me, I'm into the dressing industry, right? Like I'm
Right.
a model. And I still need to find a way of accumulating money for me to be like that. So
Right.
the advice, the practical advice that I can give one, the strong advice I can give one, start doing something. If it's selling pants,
Sell pants.
box underwears, selling
Sell.
socks.
Anything as long as it's giving you money.
Don't sell drugs. Don't steal. Some illegal stuff. So that's what I can
Oh
say.
yes, we just stay legal.
That's what I can say.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Guys, start up something. Start up something. Not my drugs. Chamba. How
Stay away
much
from
is
I heard weed is like 90 kwacha.
90
Yeah,
kwacha?
90 kwacha. That's what I heard.
So when you hear 90 kwacha, you even check the profit that is there.
Yeah,
Then
and I've got
you
daily smoker, so it's like 90 kwacha. I believe they call it. Is it pepperoni cheese? They call it cheese.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yes, cheese. Oh, it's good when you are making
Or
money.
even
But
have names for that.
that's where the funny part.
It pepperoni.
Oh.
Pepperoni.
All right, guys. So how about you, sir? What are practical tips that you can give one there?
Okay, just to mention a few. I think the first step someone would have to take is first make yourself at least comfortable with the right circle, the right people.
Right.
Interact with the right people. Why? Because personally, I wouldn't want to be involved into activities that would make me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
The uncomfortability might come from social media highlights, the reels that we watch online.
Right.
People have a different story or a different life
Behind what we watch.
behind the camera and on camera.
Right.
You see?
Right.
They have two different stories. You would say someone portraying a lifestyle that isn't the real them on camera,
Right.
whilst behind the camera it's something else. And
Right.
being me, a person who comes from a place where I don't have any of those things that I'm seeing on the camera.
Right.
You see? I don't have any of it. I would feel I would want to
Be
try
like
and
them.
take part, take part in being part of that community.
Right.
You see, and if I fail, ends up sour.
Right.
You see.
Right.
So yeah, having that I've talked about this, I think it can really help out if we just involve ourselves or maybe gather ourselves with correct peers, correct people around us.
Right.
You see?
Right.
Having the right people who can give us solid advice
Right.
when we want to go wrong.
Right.
Yes. Thank you.
Well,
very
that's
much.
very good. And that you have mentioned about, you have talked about highlights, right? Social media highlights that we watch, those reels. You know, you have talked about something powerful, that there are two things there. There's something behind the camera. And viewers, they don't pay attention to that thing, okay? Because you don't know the struggle of what has
What's
been
going
happening
on.
for that person to
Yeah.
post what they have achieved.
Yeah.
You don't know what they went through.
Yeah.
Okay? So it is very important to trust the process.
True.
Trust your process.
Trust
okay?
it, my brothers.
Don't compete with highlights.
Yeah.
Don't compete with the reels that you watch, because you don't know the struggle that was behind there.
Trainings.
Okay? And before we close the chapter, I have got 5 rules for my viewers this week, of which some of them, my guests, they have mentioned it. But for the sake of closing, I'm going to read it for you guys. So if you have got a pen and a paper, you can write these rules if you are a victim of being in the pressure of wanting to be rich. Okay? So the first rule that I have for you is you need to build before you show. Okay? You need to build before you show. A strong foundation is better than a fake image. Just like Israel has stated about entrepreneurship. This is where you get to build yourself. Start up something. Start a business before you show. Have a business that gives you something, rather than faking it, maybe stealing, selling drugs in order for you to have money. So build before you show. Then the second rule that I want to share with you is that don't compete with someone's highlight reels. Just like Aaron again has said it, okay? Where he has said that my reels yaja, okapena my highlights that we see per social media. He talked about my jackets yama chan ya AI manja.
Bambi.
Clothes that are for AI, okay? Photo shoots for AI. ChatGPT is able to generate those things. And because you, the person who has done it, you are friends with that person, you get to feel the pressure of wanting to be like them or competing with them. Don't compete with my reels, guys, with my highlights upon social media. If it is even possible, just stay away from social media. Okay? Then the other thing, it is learn money before you chase the money. Okay? This is where now we talk about financial discipline, of which he talked about it again. Then the other rule that I want to share with you is invest in yourself. Have a skill, be educated, and have a character that lasts longer. So the fourth rule that I want to share with you, it is invest in yourself. Have a skill, be educated, okay, before you get to chase the money. Have a skill, be educated. These are the things that helps us to have real money, okay, not having a fake identity. Then the last rule that I want to share with you guys, it is your timeline is different.
Yeah.
Understanding your timeline is very important. You need to understand that they have their time, you have your own time. Okay? There will be a time as well where you'll be where you want to be. A time where you get to the market and buy whatever that you want to buy. Okay? Why? Because the money is there. There will be a time whereby your kids will say, Daddy, I want this, without even saying that I'll get for you tomorrow. You get it right there and then. Why? You have invested in yourself. You have done the right thing. So where we are, guys, it is at the university, we are building ourselves. This is where we get to build before we show. All right. Thank you so much, guys. You have been watching the Right Way Out podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. See you in the next episode.